I'm Sister Pricilla de Souza, a daughter of Mary, Help of Christians, presently working in Auxilium Convent, Caransalim, Goa. It is with much pride and gratitude to God for the gift of my vocation that I am here to speak about my life and that of our congregation. God calls each of us to fulfill a specific mission in the world. Jesus called 12 disciples and sent them to proclaim the good news to all nations. Jesus just called them, "Come, follow me." Some people think that only certain people are fit to follow Jesus. God can use anyone, no matter how unworthy one appears. He empowers them with authority and perform extraordinary works. Jesus, in His goodness and kindness, called me, chose me, and set me apart to serve Him by serving the poor and abandoned youngsters of our society. Jesus sent His disciples with the promise of accompaniment and protection in their mission. Trusting in the promise of Jesus, the disciples went forth and experienced the Spirit of the Father, guiding them and strengthening them. Dear people of goodwill, this is what I have experienced in my Salesian religious life. God has been ever faithful to me in good times and not so good times. I have felt His protective presence throughout my 28 years of Salesian religious life. I was very sick in 2017. The doctors too had given up hope. They felt they could do nothing to save my life. But God had a special plan for me. He said, "Pricilla, you are mine. I have chosen you, called you. You are precious to me." And with His powerful healing hands, He touched my entire system and healed me. And I am here today to give this testimony that God never fails. He has worked miracles after miracles in my life and in our Salesian congregation. His love is so much for us that He gave up His life to save us. He wants us to continue to His work in His vineyard, and He goes on sending generous young girls to join our congregation to complete His mission of love. In the 19th century, God raised a special man in the church, Don Bosco, who entered the world of the young and brought about a great revolution in their lives. His motto was, "Give me souls, take away the rest." He began attending to both the spiritual and material needs of the young, providing them with homes, education, job opportunities, recreational facilities, skills training, and all that they needed to live lives to the full. Thousands of young found in him a father, guide, and friend. Now, what about the girls? In the village of Modenese, Italy, there was a young woman, Mary Mazzarello, who along with her friend Petronella Mazzarello and under the guidance of their parish priest, Father Pestarino, was taking care of young girls. They had opened workroom where they were looking after the needs of these young ones, teaching them the trade of sewing and instilling in their hearts love for God and virtue. On his visit to Modenese, along with his boys, Don Bosco was introduced to this committed group. He realized that they were doing for girls the same work that his Salesians were doing for boys. With that began a new opening, a new congregation through the intervention of Mary, the Congregation of the Daughters of Mary, Help of Christians, commonly known today as FMA or the Salesian Sisters of Don Bosco. We, the Salesian Sisters, feel proud to belong to a vast movement known as the Salesian family. We are over 12,000 sisters spread around the globe. Ours is the second largest congregation of religious women. We sisters commit ourselves to educating and helping young people of all ages, especially the poor and the marginalized. Our educative mission is carried out in the style of Don Bosco's preventive system based on reason, religion, and loving kindness. We also assist women and young people at risk and accompany them in their search for meaning in life. A simple but deep prayer, a strong community life, and a youth-centered ministry energizes us to face life's challenges in order to bring about a more just and human society. In India alone, we have grown into 7 provinces with around 1,200 sisters. Our province, that is, the province of Mumbai, comprises of the states of Goa, Gujarat, Karnataka and Maharashtra, with 200 sisters working in 33 houses, reaching out to the poor and young women and children through education and evangelization in cities and villages. We strive to follow in the footsteps of Jesus, the Good Shepherd, who came to serve and bring good news to the poor. We work in higher secondary and secondary schools, laying great emphasis to the education of the young for a better future. We have boardings for children and hostels for young girls and working women. Through NIVO centers, community colleges, youth centers, vocational and skill training centers, catechesis, counseling, prison ministry, evangelization, job placement, both in rural and urban areas, we strive to make a positive difference in society. Through various programs and sessions like summer clubs, faith fest, youth fest, outreach programs, and the like, we help the young to reach their potentials. Through our social ministry, we strive to empower women in the rural sectors through different initiatives like self-help groups, empowerment programs, income-generating activities, and skill development programs to enhance equality, to help them to grow in self-confidence, be self-reliant, and live dignified lives. We have also ventured into anti-human trafficking by networking with associations like Talitha Kum and IJM. Rescued girls are rehabilitated through our shelter homes. We are also engaged in reaching out to migrants. Village education programs are organized in the peripheries through remedial classes and other opportunities for their growth. We feel proud to tell you that in 2022, we, the Salesian sisters, will be celebrating the centenary of our presence in India. And in the same year, our institute celebrates the 150th anniversary of its existence. This is indeed a great accomplishment for us. And like Don Bosco, we too gratefully say, Mary did it. Being a Marian congregation, we believe that Mary continues to walk with us and guide all our endeavors. The field of youth is vast, and the Lord challenges us. Whom shall I send? What is our answer? The seed of vocation is sown in the family. We invite you, dear parents and family members, to nurture it with faith and help it to grow. And if you hear the Lord asking you, do not be afraid to encourage your children to hearken to God's call to serve Him in the Salesian way of life by being a part of our congregation. And remember that God is never outdone in generosity. And you, dear young people, what will be your answer if the Lord calls you today to follow Him? Will it be like Samuel in the Old Testament? Speak, Lord, I am listening. Dear young friends, come, see, and experience the joy of following Jesus.